Winners don't use drugs.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone had a great Fourth. Oh, all the Americans out there. Sorry again, Jens.
Okay.
Here, Tommy, Jens. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're hanging in.
Yeah, I'm doing great now. It's the 5th.
Yeah.
It's the return of the 5th.
Yeah.
But doing a new thing here called the Wrestling Dustbin. I'm digging up some old wrestling shit, and we're gonna watch it and talk about it. And we watched some shit today. Oh Jesus! From fucking MTV, Wrestling Society X.
And right you are, Slasher. Here we are. We're talking about WSX, and I can't believe it's happening right now. This is the most amazing thing that ever happened to any of us sitting here at the Guinea Pig Collective when we were sitting there watching the show. We were amazed. We were astounded. We just could not believe the unlimited action that was going on inside that ring. Oh, wait a minute. That was another show that I had in never mind.
All right, now, if anyone heard that, just picture Tommy running around the room frantically in circles,
looking like I was all messed out.
looking like he's on fire, trying to like someone put me out, please. Oh, that fucking guy! Yeah, we got to start. We got it right with a bang. We got the two commentary guys, and then it goes right to the ring announcer, Fabian, whatever the fuck. He looks like Billy Corgan. He's fat Billy Corgan.
No, I thought he was Matt Pinhead.
Yeah, he's like half Matt Pinfield, half Billy Corgan, running around the ring screaming while he's announcing who's coming to the ring.
I tell you what, they should have had the trailer chrome sucking woman doing all the announcing, because she looked like she could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Oh,
she was fantastic.
Yeah. The one who looks like she doesn't want to be next to him when
I can't imagine why. He's probably sweating all over from the laps he was doing inside the ring.
So yeah, Wrestling Society X kicks off with the annoying announcer running around the ring screaming his fucking head off. Jesus Christ. I remember, all right, when I first I showed Jens what we were gonna get into with this, and I told Jens, you're gonna be annoyed with this guy. He sure as shit was within 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get a picture of him, but the first.
I know his first name is Fabian. I don't remember what his last name is.
Yeah. But the first 2 seconds of him, he just explodes like if he's having some kind of like cocaine rush that he's fucking announcing.
Welcome
and trying to impress the birds by looking like if he was some kind of rap, if he's been doing some kind of like amateur rap scene.
I think he was also trying to impress the fucking MTV execs. I think he was like, if this doesn't work out for me, you guys could put me on fucking Total Request Live or something.
Yeah, he was doing everything except see me senpai. You know what he reminded, the way he was running around and jumping around like an absolute idiot? He reminded me of a 5-year-old that was trying not to shit his pants out in an amusement park, just jumping up and down.
I don't know why he does this thing with his arms too. He likes to, even when we see the extras.
He moves his arms more than the fake Italians in Goodfellas. Let's just put it that way.
He's very animated. You can sure give him that. He's very animated, and he loses his voice too. You see later on when he's trying to talk normal that he's losing his voice. I
think that's because the chick karate chopped him in the throat.
Shut the fuck up! Like right in the fucking Adam's apple.
This has been a hell of a show.
But they got some veterans on this card. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some Although at the time, some of them weren't well known, but we got guys like fucking Seth Rollins. Well, sorry, Tyler Black at the time. He's not Seth Rollins in a really gay tag team.
Yeah,
Wait, we got the picture. Yeah, Matt Sydal. Oh, here he is. Here's the freaking announcer.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, go to that one of him dressed up as the Clockwork Orange guy, please. Oh my God! What a dick.
Yeah.
Go to the one above it where he's got. It's like a double picture of him.
Oh.
This fucking guy. Yeah, he tries to be the star of the show with his announcing. That's what I think.
Oh yeah. Well, as I was saying, because you said to me, didn't you? Said, "Oh yeah, this guy's going to get annoying like fuck and that." And I was like, "All right, then, yeah, back up." And then all of a sudden, this comes on.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. After 2 seconds of him blabbling and walking around like if he was filming a fucking Run DMC video, like, oh yeah, this guy is fucking annoying. He's too hyped up, and as you said, he's probably trying to get the MTV producers thinking, "Hey, this guy, he's quite sort of lively and entertaining."
Yep. Like if this wrestling thing doesn't work out, I can still like announce, music videos, right?
Do you see the way I'm moving my hands? You think I could be an extra on a Soprano spinoff?
I could still like announce the Backstreet Boys on for an interview, right?
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we got we got X-Pac, bro. We got X-Pac who's smoking a cigarette when he comes out.
And you get Vampiro.
New Jack. The very murderous New Jack.
Evans. What was that guy, Evans?
Jack Evans.
Yeah,
Matt Sydal and Jack Evans. We get Colt Cabana wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, that's the next episode. That's the next episode. All right, so the first match, you get Matt Sydal and Jack Evans. They're kind of the same style, flippy, very small flippy guys. But that was kind of before every guy in wrestling decided to be a small flippy guy.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like even when he was in WWE, when he was with the Fed, I was not overly impressed with the guy because everybody was doing the same damn shit. It's really cool when it's a spot guy, like you have a few of those guys, but when you have a whole roster filled with them, it's no longer that unique and it isn't that exciting anymore because every single person is doing the same shit.
It loses the attraction.
Exactly.
And there can't be 50 Rey Mysterios on your roster. You know what I'm saying? If you have a roster full of 50 Rey Mysterios or another roster with 50 Kevin Nashes, you're not going to succeed.
Well, I mean, look at a lot of the lucha wrestling organizations. Like even look at Lucha Underground. Lucha, the Mexican style wrestling where a lot of that type of maneuvering was a little bit more frequent back in the day before it became popular in the States. Even they did not oversaturate their entire roster with guys that just did that. They had a lot of bruisers and everything that they
they had some big guys in that.
Yeah.
They did have some big guys.
That's what you need. Or, if not big bruisers, at least like some middle of the road, like, standard grappling wrestlers. Not every single guy is going to be a high flyer, and it shouldn't be that way.
It kills it, though. If every match is a lucha match, then it just kind of kills the whole fucking viewing of the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Plus,
the same thing over and over again.
Well, plus another thing is you like to see that contrast of style. So if every single guy is a high flyer, it's just no fun. So now if you have a high flyer against a guy who's a ground guy or a guy who's a bruiser, that's just a little bit more of exciting the match because you got two different opposing styles going at each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you start off with a match like this, or you got two high flyers going at it, kind of sets the tone of, okay, is it every match going to be the same type of wrestler going against another guy of the equal or same caliber of talent? I think that's a big miss to start it off that way. There was plenty of guys they could have went with. I mean, hell, they could have went with Jesus, what was his name? The Black Dynamite looking guy.
Oh, Human Tornado.
Human Tornado. They could have used him in an opening match, and I think that would have been a better setup.
Yeah, instead they stuck him on the fucking extra that they put on after they. Yeah, episode 1 and episode 2, we get to see what they showed on MTV at the time, and then the other half of the episode is what they put on just the MTV website. It seemed like MTV was kind of screwing these guys.
This is at the point where MTV was getting into let's get away from music television and let's just do production stuff.
Or I think they were already at that point in 2006. And I mean,
you talk about who they brought out in the very beginning too. You see a glimpse of him walking out. You see Zach Wilde, and then he gets maybe a whole minute and a half where he says a couple things.
Yeah, they have musical guests. They have musical guests, but no musical performances, which is very strange.
Well, they don't even really highlight the guys. I mean, like I said, Zach Wilde says a couple things, but that's it. That's all. That's all that happens.
Yeah. And it's like the crazy cuts. The editing is terrible. The editing is terrible on this show. There's like, imagine these people trying to go live. No fucking way.
Yeah.
The type of cuts they were doing is what you would expect somebody using StreamYard to just jump on Google to search something. You were getting those kind of cuts.
They go to these ADD cuts where there's something happening in the ring, cuts to the crowd, then goes back to the ring. Like in the middle of a move. I remember I saw someone take an Irish whip and then they cut away and then the two guys are standing in front of each other. Like the Irish whip didn't happen.
No, at least they didn't do the. Do you remember some of the wrestling organizations used to do the super zoom in and zoom out shit before they did a cut? At least they didn't do that, I guess.
But yeah, the first match it's very flippy. But these are very flippy guys. I knew of these guys before I saw Wrestling Society X because I knew them from Ring of Honor. Jack Evans is a very flippy guy. Matt Sydal is a very flippy guy, and they're both pretty small.
I tell you what, though, the end of that match, it just felt. I don't even know. There was no excitement at the end of that match.
No,
it felt very flat.
They also seem to be building up the stupid shit with Matt Sydal's girlfriend and fucking like she's giving Jack Evans eyes at the end of the match, like when she's helping Matt Sydal out of the ring. Yeah, Jens, you never saw either of these flippy guys before, right, Jens?
No, I don't think so.
Do you enjoy the flippity-do type matches?
Yeah, they're all right and that, but they do get a bit sort of like boring if that's all it is, because it's a variety in it. You want some big dudes and that. Like you can have they used to like get classed as middleweights, didn't they?
Cruiserweights.
Like, oh yeah.
Or the light heavy. They used to like either call them cruiserweights or light heavyweights.
Yeah.
Like WCW had a whole division of that shit. WWF tried, but they weren't as successful with the light heavyweight division.
And then years later, they bring out a whole cruiserweight, separate entity.
Yeah. When they were just like basically putting it on NXT as opposed to having it on the main roster.
Well, they moved it off to its own thing at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. 205 Live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I guess that doesn't exist anymore, huh?
I don't think so.
So they just threw away the cruiserweight belt again? Oh, man. You brought him up again. Oh, this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be the most exciting thing you're going to see in this ring tonight as I jump around this ring, and I'm going to put in more action than some of the wrestlers that we're going to be bringing out here because they're old and decrepit, and we dug them out of the basement because they have nothing better to do with their lives. And here we go with Carnival Wrestling.
we paid New Jack and some crack rocks, and we gave X-Pac a bag of cocaine, and we're ready to go, everybody.
Cause yeah, New Jack.
No. They gave X-Pac a pack of cigarettes. Remember, he was smoking on his way out to the ring.
Oh yeah.
Because like when New Jack was wrestling, there was only sort of like one dude who was wrestling him. No one else, and even though it was a Royal Rumble,
there were only two people who interacted with New Jack. That was the guy New Jack threw out of the ring, and the referee that eliminated New Jack. That said New Jack was eliminated. He decided
got eliminated by a guitar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was like one of them guitar smashes, full force.
Yeah, New Jack doesn't half-ass anything.
No, you could tell by the way the guitar just shattered into dust that there was it was his full force behind it. He was holding nothing back.
And so the big attraction of this show, we get that opening match with Matt Sydal and Jack Evans. Matt Sydal wins. Jack Evans wins. But then the big attraction of the show is the WSX Rumble to crown not to crown the champion. It's to make the match for the champion, because they got
so there's two contracts.
Stupid hanging contracts from the top of the fucking ring. Yeah. Oh my god, that end, it was so stupid. But yeah, I guess we'll go through it.
Speaking of, it starts out with the number one entrant, who's
Just Incredible.
Just Incredible,
Yeah.
a well-forgotten ECW champion.
Yeah, and I remember when they brought him over to WWF and they did jack shit with him. He was basically on shit like Sunday Night Heat and Velocity.
Well, quite honestly, and it's not to take anything away. The guy he's like a fairly solid worker.
He's good. Good.
But everything that he did was pretty much Raven, just amped up a little bit.
It's the jean shorts that I guess that what was given the comparison.
It was most of his moves too were like very Raven-esque,
He also had Sandman's cane. Remember he Sandman's cane. Well, he was good. I wouldn't say he was one of the worst ECW guys. Maybe it wasn't wise for them to make him a champion, but
when he first started, didn't he do something akin to like a Spicoli driver too? Or was it a tombstone? I remember he did a tombstone.
It was a tombstone. Yeah, that's incredible. But sometimes he'd do it where he spun.
Right.
Sometimes he did it normal where he just drops down Undertaker style. But the best one he did was where he spun and drove the guy down. That shit was that shit looked like it would kill you. He was decent. I didn't think he was too bad, but I don't think it was wise for ECW to make him the champion.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but it was rather Raven or X-Pac. Or X-Pac.
No, I'm talking about an ECW.
Right.
This guy, the first guy, Just Incredible in the ring. They actually made him champion in ECW.
And who was number two? That wasn't Vampiro, was it?
Number two is Teddy Hart.
Teddy Hart, that's right. Teddy Hart.
The black sheep of the Hart family. Yeah, let's try to get some info on Teddy Hart's shenanigans through the years. Teddy Hart he's legit part of the Hart family. And supposedly he was the youngest person to ever get a contract from the WWF. I think he was 18 years old.
Oh, I thought that would have been Jeff and Matt Hardy, because they signed on before they were 18.
No, I think they were just jobbers. I don't think they had a
full-on contract. They were just okay.
Yeah, they were just jobbers.
Because I think when they started working, because they were doing shit like being the part of the Druid squad wearing the cloaks, I want to say that they were like 16 or 17 when they were doing that. Like they said they were 18 when they weren't.
Yeah, there's like shit on Raw of fucking Jeff Hardy being a jobber in a match against King Kong Bundy. That's how fucking That's how long that they've been at it. All right, in 98, Hart became the youngest person to be signed by the WWF to a WWF developmental contract. Was set to train with Dory Funk at the Funkin' Conservatory. He was later released due to alleged attitude problems. Now let's see the shit that he pulled in Ring of Honor. All right. He wrestled for Ring of Honor at Glory by Honor 2. He defeated partner and wait. No, wait, that's not the thing. Okay. Competed at Ring of Honor, New Jersey, part of a scramble cage match. After losing the match, he began to perform moonsaults and executed a shooting star press from the top of the cage rather than selling the moves he'd taken. He then vomited at ringside. His actions attracted the ire of many wrestlers as he endangered them by performing moves they were not anticipating. No shit. But you know what? These guys they were standing there and taking the moonsaults that they weren't supposed to take. Yeah, Teddy Hart is a dick.
Yeah.
I don't even think Brett talks about him. He's his fucking nephew. I don't think Brett even wants to mention him.
Yeah. It'd be known as like the crazy sunset flip boy.
Yeah, Mr. Moonsault.
Yeah,
He still loves his moonsaults, and we see it. We see it in this match. He does a moonsault just so he could turn around and get super kicked by Just Incredible. Yeah, the first two guys in the match, Just Incredible and Teddy Hart. And then, isn't it kind of cheap for them to start off doing a Rumble? Don't you think that should, for something like this, if you're going to crown a champion, you should have a tournament instead of a Rumble? Rumble is also a ripoff. It also seems like a ripoff, doing a Royal Rumble style thing. But I don't think they cared about that. This thing was supposed to be hardcore and extreme and in your face.
Yeah.
And they do try to do that. A lot of electrocutions.
Yeah, because they did try and get the pyrotechnic sort of side going.
Yeah, with the net.
Yeah.
They had that net and that other thing on the outside. And they didn't even show it when the guy hit the net. They showed it from the other side of the ring. And they do this stupid earthquake effect, too, whenever there's electrocutions.
Yeah, they try to sell it, didn't they?
Well, I mean, they had to do something gimmicky because some of the wrestling was so piss poor in there. They got to do something to, just make it exciting. But the fact that they try to act like it was something that's never been done before, they obviously didn't know about the shit they were doing over in Japan with the death matches. They had explosions like that all the time. The only thing they didn't do in Japan is they didn't do the shaky cam.
No. But they had those nets. I've seen those matches in Japan with the electro nets on the outside of the ring.
I mean, I remember some of the ones that I seen, like they had the one death match with Terry Funk and Mick Foley over there. Holy shit. The burns that they walked away from at the end of that match.
The exploding ring matches?
Yeah, the death matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they walked out with all kinds of freaking second and third degree burns. I guarantee none of these guys did.
The people who made this show definitely they definitely watched those Japan matches. They're like, we need these electrocutions and explosions. And it kind of backfired on them because they didn't last. I guess you could say it's kind of a good mix if you're going to do the high-flying shit and then have the fucking deathmatch stuff. That's sort of the signs of a good mix.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with the gimmicky stuff if added in moderation, but it just seems like they were doing it every time they had an event.
Yeah.
Well, the wrestlers, amateurish. Well, there was a few, obviously, that has like made it, but most of them there was like journeymen, weren't they? That would be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
well,
guys like Just Incredible and X-Pac, Vampiro, New Jack. Yeah, I'd say those were the veterans of this this whole thing.
yeah,
Everyone else seemed to be a newbie at the time.
yeah, and like you, you were saying, it was indie, it was really indie scene where you've got wrestlers that are skinny.
Yeah, that Human Tornado guy is very skinny.
Yeah, and like we're wrestling. That's the thing. We're wrestling. You need them to look like they can wrestle, and yeah. And when there's too skinny, they have to do all that high flying stuff because if they get put in a figure arm headlock and that, they're not going to get out of it, and the risk breaking the neck and bones.
Well, like, what's the crazy shit we see in this fucking Rumble? Like, there's just like they keep going to these crazy camera cuts too, because it's when the ring fills up, it gets a little bit the camera cuts get more ADD because they're going from the outside. When New Jack eliminates that guy,
Yeah, and
oh my god, they're going back and forth with the ring and with outside the ring.
yeah, he threw someone like, and it like looked like it hurt him, sort of thing.
Yeah, he went flipping through a table.
Like he didn't even hit the table, really. Like he hit a corner, like the edge of the table, and really he hit the concrete and damn metal barrier.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, how did it happen? But yeah, you're right. Tell me it was because he threw, and he should have thrown him on the table, but he didn't. He sort of like threw him a bit past the table that he sort of really just hit the metal rails with his head.
That's the same shit he did to the fucking the guy on the top of the scaffold. he overthrew him.
Yeah, but it was the height difference.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and then New Jack steps over the rope, basically eliminating himself. So he clowns the ref while the action's going on in the ring, and X-Pac captures the first contract. So, not to be outdone and try to keep the spotlight on himself, he drags the guy all the way in the back, puts him on a table, climbs up the speakers to do a dive off the top.
His famous balcony dive.
An elbow drop sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, elbow drop. Well, at the same time that he's elbow dropping the guy through the table, they're doing the annoying camera cuts because you got the other two guys fighting on the apron on the other side of the ring. And they do that backdrop through the fucking whatever that electrical setup was. That wasn't the net. The net was on the other side, and they had the other. I don't know what the fuck that was.
The other one was like a little pit with wires in it, like a box pit with wires on it.
And I like first we get that fucking the guy backdropping him through that, and then like 2 seconds later is on the other side, New Jack doing the balcony dive. It's ADD wrestling. A bunch of craziness all at the same time that no one could really fucking keep track of.
Yeah, no one I think was like organizing it. What were they?
But all right, so I wrote these guys' names. I wrote down everyone in the Rumble. Just Incredible, Teddy Hart, Chaos, Vampiro, Puma. Okay, also like we see this guy Puma, right? They cut to a commercial break, and then when they come back, they're like, "Yeah, Puma's already came into the Rumble and got eliminated in like 2 seconds." All right, then we got a guy with a really cool name, Alcatraz, and this is a big Diesel guy too. Very unlike what we're gonna see for the rest of the show.
I know, really did remind me of Reno from WCW.
Yeah, he had the same haircut and the same like squatty Dieselness. That he was kind of like built like a fucking wall. X-Pac or Six-Pac as they call him here, because X-Pac is his slave name, his WWF slave name. Chris Hamrick is the guy that New Jack kills, And New Jack follows Chris Hamrick right out. Like he doesn't wait. Like, he's like right by. It's like the beginning of a Roadrunner cartoon when Wile E. Coyote's right behind the Roadrunner and they're doing the slow down. And then all right, the last fucking guy, youth suicide.
Oh God.
He comes out wearing like a fucking bowler hat or something, and thumbtacks. He's got thumbtacks.
He gets thrown into his own thumbtacks too.
Anyone notice every time in wrestling someone brings out thumbtacks, they're the ones who's gonna go through it?
Yeah.
By wrestling logic, you shouldn't be using thumbtacks, because that means the guy you're fighting is gonna put you on.
Yeah. It is one of them where it's like, hey, everybody, I've got a big bag of thumbtacks that I want someone to put me through.
Youth suicide. What a stupid fucking name. Well, he gets youth suicided because isn't he the one who goes through the fucking net? He goes off the ladder onto the net.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's the one who gets thrown off a ladder onto the net, and then they have the fucking earthquake cam with the fucking pyrotechnics again. I think they should have threw the fucking announcer in that Rumble and threw him off the fucking ladder.
His screams would have been worthwhile.
Holy shit! This fucking hurts! I'm on fire right now!
He could have practiced his running around the ring.
They fucking run over. They run over with him with like 3 guys run over with fire extinguishers.
Although the picture I've got of him does look like if he's took like a slam into a back of thumbnails.
So also we get the stupid part with that idiot, that you suicide idiot, right? When he set up the ladder, was he even near the contract? They don't have the contracts in the middle of the ring. They're on like the side of the ring. Mm-hmm. You know how when they do ladder matches, how the belts are hanging in the middle of the ring?
Yeah. Yeah, they had. I thought there was like pull-up bars at first. I didn't realize until X-Pac sort of like pulls the contract through the sort of
that's because you couldn't understand Mike Swallow. You got the picture up right there when he was announcing it because he said it pretty fast. We're gonna there's gonna be contracts up on the top of the ring and they're gonna pull and they're gonna be and the winner's gonna face the other guy who pulls the other contract and they're gonna fight for the first ever belt for here. That's what you said. That's why you didn't catch it, Jens. You don't understand that speed talking. Now, if you'd watched a lot of Transformers back in the day and you heard Blur speaking, you would have got it. Hey, what's up, Papa?
Yeah, Papa.
What's good, Papa Cotton? How you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good night.
Speed announcing.
And yeah, he also gets his cardio in while he's announcing.
Yeah. I think with him,
remember that one where he jumped up on the corner like he's a wrestler to announce somebody?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This guy had to have gotten a job somewhere else after this, right? Like somewhere else. Like
I
probably
sure
like
hope not.
Carnival or like a carnival. He'd be good for a carnival, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, step right up.
Or an auctioneer.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Slasher. This guy cannot get a job in any clown circus that I'm operating. This guy is an absolute joke and a waste of time. Because I can't have a guy that's going to be sucking off every microphone that he picks up. It's kind of unhygienic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he really looks like a fucking python about to fucking devour that shit, man. Unfortunately, no, there's no Mean Gene with this wrestling show we watched, Papa Cotton. Oh, no, I don't think he was dead at the time. I really don't think he was dead at the time. But there's no way he would have fucking touched this. Mean Green Okerlund.
I don't think there's enough free drinks in the world that would have enticed him to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's enough fucking crack that would have brought Jake the Snake over this either.
Oh, was Jake cleaned up by then?
By 2006, I don't know. Was DDP running his
Yeah, I can't recall. I can't recall when he started that.
Well, also I heard that. All right, I heard that when he had Hall and Jake there, I don't remember which one, but one of them ended up leaving at some point because they relapsed, but they just broke out. One of them did. I don't remember which one it was.
I want to say that he brought Jake in first, and then he brought Scott Hall in after.
Well, one of them ended up relapsing at the time. I think they left and then came back. Jake the Snake was, oh my God. Did you see the last time they brought out Jake the Snake?
No, he looked terrible.
AEW? Oh my God. It's like someone's really sad uncle. Like, oh my God. But he's the Keith Richards of pro wrestling, so.
Vigilante Williamson, what up?
What's good, Vigilante?
Yeah, you're right.
How you doing, man? Talking about Wrestling Society X, if you remember that at all, Vigilante. Yeah, so all right. Who do we get as the two winners? Fucking X-Pac and Vampiro.
Yep.
And
well, let's not forget about how the last guy that Vampiro is fighting sets up the ladder so far back from the title that when he goes up, he's nowhere near it, and Vampiro is right next to it.
I think it was him and Justin Credible as the last two, I think. Yeah, it's conveniently where Vampiro is going to climb up the ladder.
It was so poorly done. They did not leave very much to the imagination in this for that, especially for that. Like, yeah.
But you know, I guess when you have a whole fucking crowd of people who are paid, I'm sorry, none of these fucking people seem like they give a shit about what's going on. They're like mindlessly clapping like drones.
We're getting crack after the show.
MTV probably paid them very
I think
well.
we have some family members and crew staff.
Yeah, like wives of the fucking cameramen and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people who were there just to laugh at Mr. Matt Pinhead's cousin because they turned him down in the parking lot. That's probably how he lost his voice screaming, trying to get some. Come on, please. I work for this show. You can't get any.
Yeah. I've been shouting and running my mouth off and hands and looking like I was in the Run DMC video, and now my throat's sore.
Carson Daly, your days are numbered at MTV. I'm going to be hosting Total Request Live any day now.
Yeah. I think what his strategy was, and we're like sort of like touching it, was he didn't have much talent, but he thought, I'll put a lot of energy in.
Maybe he does have talent because he was running around the ring like a goddamn Looney Tune character.
Look what they did to him. Look what they did to him after this first episode. The second episode, they had him bob wire into a corner. Look, you stay here.
Stop running around.
You're killing us with all the extra camera cuts just during the intro.
Like stand over here by the wall.
Yeah, and then he did pose that looked like if he was
when he jumps up on the second turnbuckle. He jumps up on the second turnbuckle.
No, it's when he's up in the cage and that, and he's like needing to like use his hands more, and he does a sort of like when The Rock does a. Can you smell what the Rock's cooking? And he's sort of like will look up like sort of if he's a god. He did that sort of pose.
No, I haven't played either of them. I haven't played a WWE 2K game probably since fucking 12. I think 12 was probably the last one. 12 or 13.
No, 2K, the 2K ones didn't start until 14. Because before that, they were THQ.
No, I think it was a little after that. It was Xbox 60 era when they started going to the 2Ks. I can't remember.
Well, no, Take Two. I'm telling you, Take Two started in 2014, and I only know that because I had that game, and it royally crashed after I created like days, maybe months worth of characters for people, and it crashed, and then I contacted them, and I wound up being in a 3-month fight with Take Two Interactive over it, and I told, look, you're either going to give me the money back for the goddamn game, you're going to send me a new game, or you're going to give me a voucher for a future game, which they said they weren't going to do any of the above. And they said, well, we'll send you a shirt. I said, you can take a shirt and shove it up your ass. I already told you what I'm getting. And I harassed them nonstop for 3 months until they finally submitted and sent me a brand new game. But at that point, I didn't even want to play the game anymore. It was just the, the principle of it.
Well,
I was getting something.
The 2K games, like WWE has made some really shitty games for a long time. When I was still playing the 360 ones, they sucked. I'm sorry. I would rather go back and play the PlayStation 1 SmackDown 2 on PlayStation 1 is a much better game. I don't give a shit about how bad the graphics are. The gameplay is so much better. It's more fun. When they started doing this shit in the fucking career modes of the games, of the WWE games, where you can't use everyone in career mode. Every fucking game, you can pick anybody. You can pick the biggest loser on the roster. You can pick fucking Gangrel and do a fucking story mode with them. But you can't do shit like that in the later ones.
Well, I mean,
once it got to that point, I was done. I don't like.
Well,
that
some of the SmackDown versus Raws, and when they were just starting to switch over to what would become the 2K version with Take Two Interactive, THQ, and this was during the end of their days. They had a couple of really good ones in 2012, and the 2013 was okay, but it was a bit clunky because it wasn't as good as 2012. Even though they had the story modes in there, and then they had the career mode where you could build your own roster and your belts and all that stuff, they weren't too bad. There were certain characters, though. I think you had to unlock in the story mode.
There were always unlockables. They always had, even in the old SmackDown games, they had unlockables. Unlockable characters and moves were always like that wasn't anything new. They always had that. But I was saying, like, all right, let me give you an example in one of these fucking games. When you do a career mode, there's 2 options: hero mode or villain mode. And your hero is Cena and your villain is Sheamus. That's the only 2 people you got to do these fucking story modes with.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would I want to play as Sheamus? Never saw Wrestling Society X. You saw the preview AEW. It looks like shit. People have been complaining about the creative mode. I know people have said that creative mode is kind of shitty.
Yeah, Draven's talked about. Yeah, Vigilante. That's what I was saying. Like it was still under THQ, and it didn't actually become 2K because that's a signifier of Take Two Interactive. It does like Rockstar and damn it, GTA and stuff like that. That's when it became 2K, and that was
okay. Yeah, that's what I was.
Technically, I think they put the 2K title on 13, even though that was already finished by THQ.
When did
they bought the company out?
When did they start dropping the SmackDown versus Raw name for it?
I think that was 11. I think.
Okay.
I think 11 was the last one they had SmackDown versus Raw, and then when they came out with 12, it was just WWE.
Yeah. Well, the last time I enjoyed the games was when they were in the SmackDown versus Raw days.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things I hated too. Once you got the fully fledged 2K version, they started making the controls a lot more difficult. Like I think THQ had a really good setup leading into 12 and even parts of 13, even though they didn't refine it as much as they should have, but they were on the way out the door anyway with it because they had already sold it at that point to Take-Two Interactive. But yeah, some of the controls in that were fun the way they had them set up, and then as they go into the newer model in 14, like the controls were just clunky as hell, and
Also,
they
I don't
weren't
like
fun anymore.
I don't like the animations. For some reason, the animations are so much fucking. They do this weird thing with their arms, like when they kick people in their stomach, or it kind of looks like a little girl kicking someone in the stomach. And they kind of used that same animation for years, and it kind of got annoying. It's like, can you guys just change something up 1 year? I'd rather go back and play pro wrestling on the fucking NES than play some of the newer games. And I'm not kidding. I'm surprised. Oh man, imagine if Wrestling Society X got to survive and they made a video game. Like, electrocute a motherfucker at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. Oh, you see an electrocuted corpse on the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, you got your finisher built up. Finish him. You could throw him outside the rope and electrocute him to death to the thrills of the crowd.
The announcer runs around the ring every time you get you're brought to
Oh my God.
All right, so after Vampiro and X-Pac win, then what we watched, it goes into WS Extra, which is only the shit they showed on MTV. I mean, on MTV's website.
Yeah, on their
website. Because they didn't want to put this shit on it. They had to show 16 and pregnant, so they couldn't fucking show any other, wrestling. And that's when we get introduced to the Human Tornado. Holy shit, this guy's skinny. He's skinny. I'm skinny too, but I'm also not a wrestler. Yeah. He looks really tall too. He looks like he's maybe about like 6'1", 6'2", probably.
Yeah.
We look up this guy.
He had some decent moves though. I mean, he wasn't a super flashy wrestler or anything, but he had a couple moves at least. I'll give him credit for that much.
Yeah. But
he has a lot of dance moves.
Yeah, he was a bit too skinny, wasn't he?
No, that was that disco ball guy. Oh God, was he annoying.
All right, it says, all right, this is a crazy ass one. He's 6'3", 170. Holy shit.
Jesus. Anorexic much?
It says he's semi-retired.
Yeah, it means like no one's employing him.
Or maybe, like maybe like it seems also like they have a thing for guys who no sell, because this guy no sells kicks to the balls. Teddy Hart,
he's got balls of steel.
Teddy Hart no sells clotheslines.
Yeah, you're right, Michael. You're right, Michael Cross. He's got balls of steel, but when I put his balls in the transmission, he's going to tap out. Oh, that's interesting, Vigilante. That's the thing about the AEW game. It's supposed to be like the SmackDown versus Raw era.
Yeah, I heard they got the old THQ people to. I heard that they did that. I don't know. It just looks. I've seen some of the faces. Holy shit! Some of those.
It looks clunky.
Right.
It does look very clunky. All I remember is that slap. Like, who does a bent arm slap? Like, dude, I'm slapping somebody. I'm stepping back. I'm getting full extension. I'm winding the shoulder all the way up. I'm going to smack you into another universe.
A gentlemanly slap. Is that what he was trying to do? Like, I challenge you.
He might have just brought out a white glove at that point.
Yeah, Human Tornado. Look at this fucking guy.
I'm telling you, he reminds me of the guy from freaking Enter the Dragon.
He's what I was saying,
Williams,
cheeseburger.
yeah.
He's a little bit more in shape cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Did you ever see this guy Cheeseburger? This guy's like 120 something pounds.
No.
Soaking wet.
I thought when you said cheeseburger, I thought you was on about a normal cheeseburger. I thought
No,
you
it's a wrestler named Cheeseburger. He's a really skinny guy named Cheeseburger. Got the joke?
I think that he still is around for Ring of Honor. I think.
But didn't he start out as like a ring crew guy for Ring of Honor or something?
That I don't recall. I think so. And
I think that's how a lot of
joke. I think that was part of the joke. You know, they felt bad because he was so underweight, so they fed him cheeseburgers if he competed.
But yeah, this human tornado guy is actually pretty funny too, with his goofiness in the ring.
AEW's Modern Wrestling Society X.
He's not kidding. He's really not kidding. It's with a way less fucking budget, way less of a budget. They don't have they didn't have a billionaire behind them with Wrestling Society X.
When all the money that MTV had, they could have.
Yeah, but MTV were like, they were trying to delve into being edgy with this shit, and then it backfired in their face. They made 10 episodes and they only got to film 9 of them.
Well, once again, you go back to the old, how did these companies become, popular? How did they become famous? How did they make all their money? And the people running MTV completely forgot what brought them to the dance. Music videos. It's right there in the name of the damn channel. Somewhere along the line, they forgot that, and they thought, well, we need to be edgy and have shows and do nothing but shows. And yeah.
Well, also, why have musical acts on this if you're not going to hear even like they could have even done like a music video package where you hear. I know you don't like Zakk Wylde, but I'm saying, like, wouldn't it have made sense for them to take a Zakk Wylde song and do a musical package and show like clips? Like, don't you think it would have made some kind of sense, right?
Yeah.
At the very least, they could have started their show off with even a partial play of one of their songs. Something.
Yeah.
Or even when they introduced a person, at the very least, like, holy shit, they didn't even do that.
You know what's funny though? When they said, "Oh, featuring Black Label Society," whatever. Like when they showed the beginning, they show Zakk Wylde on stage playing guitar. So. There's a band called Cheeseburger. What? It's $60, right? And I heard that like they still had that fucking. I heard some fucking Matt Hardy is DLC for this fucking game. That's what
Vigilante says it at 12:20. He said it looked like the same graphics engine from 2011.
Yeah, it didn't really look at the graphics. What I saw of it didn't really look too good.
Masonic
television.
At this point, it should be called mediocre television with this shit.
It's not even mediocre. I'd rather prefer mediocre.
Huh? Meth television.
Watch local cable fucking news. Watch your local cable news, and you'll have a better time.
Go to your local Walmart. You'll see something more exciting.
But yeah. Then all right. So at the end of every episode that we watch this shit on, they have the extra, and it's idiot. It's this fucking guy right here. This fucking guy standing next to some girl, pretty good looking. She looks like she wants to get the fuck away from this guy every time, like she's looking at him.
Telling you, she looks like she could suck the chrome off a trailer hitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's got a big ass mouth. So then, all right. we also get these things where they're introducing new tag teams and stuff, where we get to see fucking Seth Rollins doing it for her.
Oh, him and his broke dick version of Disco Inferno.
Oh no, not that. Wait, are you talking about the one with that 70s team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Joey Ryan, the wrestling degenerate. I know. Yeah, you said you didn't remember that. Do you remember that he was in Lucha Underground?
I vaguely remember it, but I remember him more from Ring of Honor and his stupid antics there.
I think he was in TNA too for a bit.
Yeah, that's when they caged him in.
Yeah, that's that. What he says.
Oh no,
like,
you're not hijacking Vigilante. How are you hijacking?
He looks like Kevin Owens before carbs.
Yeah, there's that bit where he's talking and he just goes like if it's The Rock, and like, he's proper like thinking he's some kind of mic announcer god. The way he's like acting.
You know what he is? He's probably some dude who like he got a job at like a fucking really, really dingy ass like rundown rock club, right? Like those ones where you pay $5 to get into, to hear a band that you've never fucking heard of. You know what I'm saying? But like there's like $4 beer. This is the guy who would introduce those bands.
No, I think it's much worse than that, Slasher. I think that this guy works at a bar outside of a trailer park and introduces some of those nasty ass Bambi looking bitches that are going on stage.
Oh yeah, but like he'll like for like those biker contests where they got the fucking women that are like 250 pounds showing off their tits. He's like, here comes Mandy.
Coming up to the stage next, we got one-legged Terry, who's going to absolutely amaze you.
And they're like, you've got it, man. We're gonna put you on television. This fucking guy. Yeah, I think he's the one who he's definitely the star of the show because there's no getting away from him. Even on these extra things, you can't get away from him. He's there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I heard when he was working at the trailer park bar, he had a thing for two-tooth Terry.
Sucking my dick right now.
It fits right in between them two teeth.
Jay's giving good heads. This fucking guy. I want to see him in the ring. I want to see him get tombstone to a fucking exploding fucking coffin. That's what I want to see.
We need him in a ring with New Jack.
I think he's a bit like Geach or the Geach, where he can't wrestle for shit. So they're not going to let him anyway.
Who said wrestle?
Who said wrestle? Maybe that's what it is. You suppose that that's what it is, though, and that's why he acts like that, because he was somebody who tried for wrestling and absolutely failed at it. So the best he could do is try to be over the top as an announcer.
It could be.
Yeah.
He could be some CZW reject or something. Some XPW. He was so bad he couldn't make it an XPW. That's how bad he was.
Yeah. Well, the way he acts in the ring and that, he does look like he's a wrestler cutting a promo. In fact, I've seen wrestlers not as fucking.
Did you see how quick he jumped up on that second turnbuckle?
Yeah.
There are wrestlers who can't do that well. So this guy is a mystery. I guess we gotta fucking delve into this guy's background more and more. He's the star of the show. Fabian, you fucking moron. Are you still out there? I don't even know his last name. I just know his fucking name is Fabian.
I thought his name was Fabian Pinhead.
Fabian is also a stupid name.
Totally not made up.
But yeah, we get all right. So we don't even have to talk about the fucking the human tornado and Luke Cox, as they keep saying, Luke Cox. His name is Luke Hawks, and the way this guy keeps saying it, Luke Cox.
Oh, he just wrapped Luke Cox right around that ring. Got him turned up in ropes.
How do you get rejected from CZW? All you have to do is cut yourself.
I know, right?
Can you take a light tube shot across the head? You're hired.
This guy probably got fired from Backyard Wrestling.
Boy,
Look,
so
you're outshining our stars with your introductions. You got to go.
So the main event of this, there's the single match, the tag team match. They're both, pretty uneventful. Or the 70s team. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking H Christ. That 70s team. Fuck these guys. And they win, right? Don't they win? Whatever.
Yeah, Ryan pins the other guy. No, wait a minute. No, they lose, didn't they?
No, they win. They win, and then the Dragon Gate team smashes their disco ball in frustration.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass shit. But the main event was really fucking. That was a very short main event. X-Pac and Vampiro. That shit did
not last very long
even
at all.
10 minutes, it seemed.
I don't recall. Did he do his gay ass Bronco Buster in that one?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He sure as shit did. The worst fucking move I've ever seen in wrestling. And I'm all goddamn sick of seeing the Canadian Destroyer, but I'm glad I didn't see fucking any Canadian Destroyers used as normal moves in this match. Yeah, so what the fuck? It's your standard. This could have been any fucking indie match. X-Pac versus Vampiro. Like, Tommy had how guys would all right, when they're in between feds, how they scour the indies for a bit. And you'll see a random match featuring some indie guy versus some guy you just saw on Saturday night.
Yep.
This is kind of one of those. It seems like it could be a main event on one of those indie cards. I guess it really was.
Well, I guess they figured in terms of longevity, for what their longevity was which was 9 episodes, even though they did 10. I guess they figured it was more trustworthy to put it on Vampiro than Sean Waltman, because you never know when he's just going to flake out again.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do a fucking Insane Clown Posse fucking show. I don't know if I could do it, Papa Cotton. Have you ever sat through a fucking Juggalo Championship wrestling? Anyone?
Not I.
I can't say I like the Insane Clown Posse at all. I know they're huge wrestling fans, and I know they actually do a lot for wrestling. I give them credit for that, because they have their own shit that they fucking give wrestlers jobs and shit. I understand that. I have respect for that. I just don't like them.
Well, I mean, you could respect what they do and not necessarily like them as individuals. I mean, There's a lot of people that do really good shit, but unfortunately, a lot of those people are still scumbags.
With the fourth face of Foley, Cactus Sack. Yeah, we get that fucking. We got a tombstone through the coffin at the end of X-Pac and Vampiro.
Exploding coffin.
Exploding coffin. The earthquake cam again. The famous earthquake cam.
Hmm.
And then, of course, you have the ceremonial Vampiro blood capsule.
Yeah. We get the stupid announcers be like, who won? Well, we get the referee making a pin, and he can't see inside the fucking coffin, but the referee made the pin. Who won?
Yeah.
Maybe the guy who did the tombstone onto the exploding coffin, you fucking idiot. Maybe that guy won.
Now, considering that the way he did the tombstone is he kind of like almost like went face down. He drove the guy face down to the coffin. You could see the
He
X
broke the bottom.
where
You could see he broke the
six
bottom
was
of the
underneath.
coffin too. Because you see
'cause his foot
Vampiro's
went
feet.
through.
You see Vampiro's feet are on the ground before he picks the rest of his body up. And then he's got the blood, like you said, Tommy. He's got the blood capsules dripping out of his mouth. So he took his time in the coffin to do that. Okay, great, phenomenal. We got our champion, and then they boom cut away the credits, just like they did when Vampiro won the fucking contract. Vampiro wins the contract, jumps off the ladder, boom credits. Vampiro explodes X-Pac through the coffin. He comes out of the coffin, give him the title, boom credits.
And their credits were rolling faster than an ad on the regular TV.
Jesus. They're like, let's just get this shit over with, please. All right, he did a movie with them as Cactus Sack. I know they do fucking movies. Insane Clown Posse. Big Money Rustlers or something like that. I think I saw a review on it. Or someone was someone was doing a watch party of it, I think. But yeah, Vampiro sets off our. What do you think, fellas? Do you think Vampiro as our first champion is a good sign?
It was probably
quite
the best. So.
Yeah, I was going to just agree with Jens there. I mean, I think quite honestly, with the people that they were working for or working with, rather in that Rumble, I think he's probably the more solid choice. And if it wasn't going to be him, probably just incredible. Quite honestly, I think they were the two most solid choices they could have made, putting a strap around somebody.
Oh yeah, I guess you had to go with a veteran. You couldn't go with Luke Cox, right?
Mm-hmm. No. You can't strap a belt around the cocks like that. It's just not good.
Yeah, all right. So after that main event, then it goes into the two extra matches. The Trailer Park Boys versus Doing It for Her. I know you're a big Seth Rollins fan, Tommy.
It was glorious watching him lose.
Yeah, he took the pin in this to one of the Trailer Park Boys.
The skinnier one too.
Yeah, he was pretty. He was pretty skinny here too. I mean, I know he's more Diesel than I am, but I'm like,
yeah. But you know what? I want to give credit where credit was due, though. That freaking skinny ass Trailer Park Boy, the Webb, whatever his name was,
the one who landed on his head.
Oh yeah.
I mean the moves that he put on Rollins towards the end of it, he did some pretty damn good moves for such a small guy too.
Cool. That finisher was cool. That finisher he did with him.
He looked fairly solid.
Yeah, he would probably be a bit pissed off with Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins sort of like let him sort of drop on his head sort of thing. Didn't catch him properly.
No, he kind of did that because he hit him, then hit the guardrail, then landed on his head. It was kind of like a pinball effect.
Yeah,
I noticed.
I think Seth Rollins was supposed to like catch him more, and so like he didn't pin off him onto the sort of like rails.
But yeah, Doing It for Her. I'm sure Jens loves this tag team.
Yeah.
They're not
Vigilante, not at all. The guy is a hazard to everybody in the ring, including himself.
I just don't think you should put a microphone near him. I think that's his biggest fucking problem. He needs a goddamn fucking a manager at all times.
He dresses like your grandma's curtain and hurts people.
Yeah, the new stupid shit he wears too is pretty fucking. That's pretty bad. Can't talk or sell. Yeah.
I tell you, I always go back to that one. I love that one with him and Kane, where he broke his damn leg. That was great.
That was at like a house show too, right?
Yeah,
that wasn't even on a card or anything, like a real fucking
great.
TV show.
But he does cool flippy shit.
Yeah. But he does do flippy shit, but he also wrestles. He does moves, like actual grapple moves. Yeah. I do think he's a much better wrestler than Finn Balor. Oh my god, Finn Balor. Finn Balor is so fucking boring. Boring as fuck.
Finn Balor was cool when it was the Demon.
Yeah,
the Demon persona was cool. I think that's what made Finn who he was. It was that Demon persona. If he didn't have the Demon persona and he was just Finn Balor all the time, I know he did good in Japan as
Prince
basically
Devitt.
being Prince Devitt. But quite honestly, his real shoot to stardom was doing the Demon, and I think he should have stuck with it.
What I didn't like about the Demon was that at all the big events they would build up. Oh, he's going to be wrestling as the Demon. And then you watched his matches as the Demon, and you're just watching painted fucking Finn Balor. He didn't do any different shit when he was the Demon. He just did his usual bullshit. He's another one. He's kind of like running and jumping around all the time like Dolph Ziggler. I kind of feel the same way about Finn Balor.
No, you don't like Nikki.
No, I never fucking liked that guy. But the last match on this is funny. The last match on this is we got Colt Cabana playing a different character that's not Colt Cabana. I thought that was funny. He's supposed to be from he's a wrestling champion from 1952.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, see, that's what I feel. He could have done cooler shit as a Demon, or at least use weapons on people, like hit someone with a chair or something. Since you're a Demon, right?
No, I think some of it. The one thing, didn't he do like a mist thing in NXT?
Probably NXT. I don't know if they did that on the main roster. Yeah, Seth Rollins, he even fucked himself up, though, so I guess he's a victim of his own shit.
Yeah, well, I think the thing with Seth Rollins is he likes to do crazy ass sort of moves and that he hasn't practiced long enough to do it safely. So
yeah, that's how it is. A lot of people rely on fucking kicks. It seems a lot of today's wrestlers really rely on kicks.
yeah.
We gotta get someone to fucking, or whoever taught Big Boss Man how to throw a punch, how to throw one of them fake punches that look good. We gotta get that guy on the fucking horn.
Yeah.
Well, at least Boss Man had a moveset.
Yeah. And you know what? Boss Man could move around the ring for a big fat guy.
Yeah, he could. Ray Traylor.
Yeah, so Matt Classic, this guy is fucking hilarious. Let me bring up a picture of Matt Classic.
He was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I think out of all the matches, his was the most fun to watch because he was so much in character. Like, he absolutely believed in the character he was playing and played it all the way up to the max level. I think it was great.
And his bed was all right.
No, that was
the bird was the other guy.
All right.
That was Matt.
Because remember, Matt Classic was staring up her skirt when she got close.
While he's doing those push-ups that look like you're fucking the floor.
Yeah, like the push-up lunges or whatever they're called.
Let me bring up his Wrestling Society X picture. The funny thing is too, like the way he was built, he looked like he was from that Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales era. Like, remember how the guys are kind of built more like a potato than a bodybuilder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The sort of like Mexican mask and that in it. Like,
no, I mean like the way he like
the body build.
Colt Cabana's not really a big dude, but I guess compared to the rest of the dudes here, he looked like a fucking giant. He looked like a beast compared to Matt Sydal.
Because there was quite a few manlets.
He's doing like the trapezius claw and shit like that. And then they show clips of him doing shit like the heart punch.
Oh, let's not forget the stomach claw.
Yeah, the stomach claw.
Yeah.
No, agreed, Vigilante. It was an injury waiting to happen. The buckle bomb. And Mabel was an absolute fucking disaster in the ring too.
Yeah, but you know what? There were certain times I didn't mind Mabel. I think I liked him as Viscera, not when he was the fucking pajama wearing. Did you ever see when they made him the fucking? Oh my god! When they put him in like silk pajamas.
The king of the ring shit.
No, way later than that. Way later than when they made him Viscera, the world's largest love machine, and they put him in silk pajamas, and he was basically dry humping people in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Oh good god! It was so bad.
Yeah,
Big Daddy V.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? He looked crazy as Big Daddy V. I thought he was. I mean, it was kind of like a last-ditch effort.
Yeah.
They put him on that terrible version of ECW. So yeah, Matt Sydal beats Matt Classic in this match. That's the first two episodes. Jesus Christ, it's. I don't know if it's worse than I remember. I'm trying to fucking wrap my head around it.
Yeah. Well, look at this. Wrap your head around that.
Yeah. Yep. The world's largest love machine.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking. I wonder how much it cost to make those pajamas for him. Holy shit.
Yeah.
They look like Goodwill specials, if you ask me.
they fucking took the fucking lining off. They took the fucking skin off a couch. No, I never saw.
They just bought drapes.
I never saw Mucha Lucha. I heard of it though. I never saw it.
Yeah, Jack Black.
You seen it?
Yeah. It's a comedy where he's got a skinny.
No,
mate.
No. That's Lucha. That's Nacho Libre.
All right.
Yeah, Mucha Lucha is actually a cartoon. Well, yeah, my daughter used to watch that one. I don't really remember it much. I just thought it was like weird.
Yeah, I never watched it. Didn't they have muscle cartoons also?
I don't recall muscle cartoons, but I mean, I would imagine that they might have had it in Japan since that's where it started.
I thought they brought it over here at one point.
Papa says no.
Oh, okay. Okay, could you get Viscera off the screen now, please?
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit ill.
All right, I'll remove it. Well, all right. What'd you guys think of this awesome federation from watching the first two episodes?
Once again, I'm going to say the standout was Matt Classic. I don't know him playing that character.
Not Fabian. Fabian's not the stand there.
I want to choke that guy is what I want to do with him. And I want to like bury him in a ditch somewhere in Jersey. That's how much I think of that guy. And you know how much I hate Jersey.
Like, all right, like the wrestling, the editing, the fucking the stupid announcing.
Let me tell you, I've edited better freaking things doing shorts on YouTube. Just saying.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this so far, Jens?
Well, I didn't mind it too bad because the wrestling is a bit of the indie scene where you've got skinny wrestlers that just ain't got the time to get to the gym and pump themselves up like The Rock. Get a chance to have a wrestle, and little manlets all that good at like getting to the gym. But the announcer though, he was just so annoying.
Rough, man.
I think
It's rough.
Well,
it's rough. Fucking watching that guy.
Yeah, I think he could have like ruined it for like that sort of corporation, whatever there was trying to build, and that he was just the annoying fucking twat face cunt that people will be like, nah, I don't care how good the wrestling is, I just can't stand watching him.
Yeah, you're saying it's hard to get past this guy. Even when he's off the screen, is it hard to get past him?
Jens is saying that he basically, just like me, he wants to strangle him, but Jens wants to strangle him with his own intestines.
Yeah.
What about strangling him with the mic cord?
No,
he might be used to that.
Cordless one. He's got a cordless mic, and the way he moves around, he'd have strangled himself if he had a cord.
Like
I think that's what happened to his throat by the second episode, because that female broadcaster like chick that he has, I think she strangled him with the mic cord because she couldn't put up with him animore. That's why his voice was all, I gotta get through this last one.
Well, looking back on that, I think he was probably like supposed to like do them little sections himself, but I think management was like, no, he's so annoying. We'll have to get a half decent looking bed, so at least he's only half annoying.
Yeah, I like I said, because I didn't see all this when it was on TV. I did catch glimpses of it when it was on TV, and then I was looking for it online, and then I saw like there was like the unaired shit, like wrestling S extra. Like I saw that shit, and I was like, seems like you guys really, really want to promote this. But yeah, it's just like a lot of things in wrestling. This is a fart in the wind, and this is only the first 2 episodes. Yeah, Papa Kai, and I'm winding down too. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, man. Be well. Yeah, Vigilante. Yes, Mojo almost killed somebody with a muscle buster.
Yeah, going back to muscle. The muscle buster came from that. Yeah, and Samojo almost killed fucking What was his name? The one who's married to fucking Natty Neidhart. That guy, Tyson Kidd or something.
Tyson Kidd, yeah.
Yeah. But see you later, folks in the chat. Vigilante, Papa.
Thanks for stopping in.
I think it's just Vigilante and Papa in the chat. Yeah. There you guys are keeping it that easy. Yeah, man. Thank you guys for letting me put you guys through this.
Yeah, thank you, Slasher, for completely wasting and destroying my evening. I appreciate it.
But hey, you did get a little fun out of it, right?
Oh no, I still had fun. I had fun laughing at freaking Matt Pinhead wanted me down there.
But yo, Vigilante, I don't know if you're on Twitter anymore. Last I saw, people put up your @ and it was blanked out. Like I can't click on it. Are you still on Twitter? Come through and let me know if you want to watch these next couple episodes. I know you're always down for fucking watching wrestling.
Yeah, well, there's 10 of them, isn't there? So there's 8 to go.
Yeah. Yep. Only 4 more weeks of this, guy.
Mm.
We can do it.
I wonder if they still keep that guy around by episode 10. I wonder if Fabian is still there by episode 10, or if they can.
I think the chick strangles him before 10. Maybe that's why they took 10 out, because she strangles him on live air.
Vigilante, I don't know how to get a hold of you if you want to come through with one of these. Let me know how I could get a hold of you if you ever want to come through for these. Also, not for nothing, I also have some WCW MTV shit after this. Yeah, MTV. They loved fucking up wrestling shit. Instagram and TikTok. Oh man, I don't want to go on either of those. I really don't.
No, I refuse to reactivate my freaking Discord because of the bullshit that they got in their terms of service. I was using what the hell was the other one? Gilded as a backup.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything else, man. I really don't. I mean, other than straight up emails is fine. But so we'll head on out of here and give the floor to Tommy. Thanks for coming through, brother. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you. This was fun. It was fun laughing at some of it, and once again, some of it was enjoyable. I'm not saying it was all shits and toilet bowls, but some of the stuff was interesting. I'm telling you, I find that guy Matt Classic. I find that character to be absolutely hysterical. I want to see more of him. He was a standout in these 2 episodes that we watched. I think he was absolutely entertaining. Some of the other guys, it's Vampiro. Vampiro is going to be the same no matter what. Same with New Jack. Same with Just Incredible, and same with freaking Pac. They're all going to be and freaking that. Joey guy,
Joey Ryan.
Yeah. Oh god, he's just as annoying as he always ever was. But at least he wasn't like over the top with the stupid shit.
At least he wasn't doing dick suplexes.
Right, but he should have still pulled up his pants because nobody sees to see him in his jock with his ass hanging out. That was just annoying as hell. But guys, you know where to find me by now. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, doing battle bots, doing toy reviews. Matter of fact, we got a bunch of toy reviews up in the past couple of days. Some really nice looking figures, I thought, including the Croc Master and Fiona. I think that one was an awesome looking toy. A week or so ago, I did the NECA Splinter from Eastman and Laird. That was another killer toy. Just picked up a new one today, even though technically I shouldn't, because I really can't afford to be buying a lot of these things. But I did manage to get the Battle Damage Splinter from the Eastman and Laird line from NECA, and the thing looks really nice. I can't wait to get a review going on that one, and I still got to find that Ultimate Foot Soldier. That's the other one that I'm looking for. Doubt I'm ever going to buy the Shredder clones, but doing that, and of course, the pigs are taking center stage, and in case anybody's ever wondering, Cringer is doing better. Got him a bunch of medication, which only cost me 90% of my damn vet bill. Thanks a lot for that. Damn medication's so expensive, but he's on the mend as well. So stop by and check us out. Check out some of the shorts, or check out some of the videos, because YouTube is still playing games with me. I had to call them out on Twitter, and they finally gave me back some of my hours, pricks, but they didn't give me all my hours back. So I'm going to keep fighting a good fight against them, and if they want me gone, they're going to have to get rid of me, because a guinea pig never quits. Guys, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your compliance and your silence gives consent. Thanks for being here, everybody, and for all the people that watch us in the future. And thank you to Slasher and Jens for being such excellent company.
Good shit, brother. Thank you. And we'll hand it off to Fabian. I mean, Jens.
Yeah. I better thingy just in case.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you were
people
gonna
better
start.
than me.
I thought you were gonna start screaming your outro.
No.
Well, it's Jens Petter.
It's like 6 o'clock in the morning where I am, so I don't think the neighbours will appreciate me screaming and stamping around.
running around the fucking, running
Yeah,
around your apartment and shit.
yeah. Try to impress some birds in the second row.
Just banging on the walls, yelling, "Fuck you, you soy cunt!"
Well, yeah, cheers, I was on Sasha, and like, yeah, gonna have to do a video. I didn't do it, but I need to do it of Extraction 2, a review and that, full spoilers. And I did a live stream yesterday and that where you was on Slasher and Tommy and that. So yeah. And I've got a Twitter account at 27A Pedersen.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for chilling.
Yeah.
So, I'm also gonna be doing Saturday, watching a movie, surviving the game. So, peace out, everybody.
Weak.